Okay, so we're getting back to this again. Okay. I think you're on this one. Yes, I believe so. I believe this is the right one. So, I was planning to do Little Nightmares. My hair is shocking. I was planning to do Little Nightmares, but I have people over at the moment and I think they're using Netflix or something that's chewing up the internet. What is wrong with your eyes? It looked like he was wearing sunglasses for a minute. I love these guys. I love that. I think I've got almost everything. Oops, hang on. No. I was nowhere near it. Okay, so... Sure. So, that... Ah, you son of a bitch. Change. So that, DA update video is still being worked on, because it's quite detailed and I want it to be done properly. You're probably a giant now. No? Good for me. Okay, so I'm gonna check Haunted Towers. I think that's the one I got. So I'm gonna go this way, run you over. One thing I never got is why they didn't make plushies of the little enemies and stuff, because their design's very plushable. They look so cute. I'm gonna save here. Saving. Okay. Phew. Lofty castle. Yes, please. So, and for all the stuff lately, because as most people know, there was a Crash Bandicoot remake released very recently, and a lot of people have been going crazy about it. There's already completed playthroughs of it, as crazy as that sounds, and because of that, people have also been wondering or asking if there's going to be a Spyro making, or when there'll be a Spyro remake. So with that sort of thing, you'd have to think about it from a business point of view, because as harsh as it sounds, most companies like that will think of profits first to stabilize themselves. Someone's shooting at me. No. So you do have to think of it from that point of view, and without a doubt, Spyro would definitely make a comeback. Like, that's what I'm thinking. It would definitely be worth it if they invested in doing that. And the timing would be really good as well, because the 20th anniversary of Spyro is coming up too. Why does everything look darker here? I think it might be angular or something. But yeah, if they do make a remake of Spyro, because I've been seeing different posts and such, including one that talks about if the voice actors from A Hero's Tale would voice all the characters. I wouldn't mind this as long as I had Tom Kenny.
Always on your side, Spyro.
I wouldn't mind this as long as I had Tom Kenny do Spyro's voice, because in my opinion he has a really good voice for Spyro. And the guy's just a crazy talented actor, either way. And you'll probably notice me cough or clear my throat a bit. It's because I've been a little bit unwell lately. I'm doing better, much better now though. I am pretty sure I've missed stuff. Why do they sound like sheep? No! No! Also, Also, those red devil cupids remind me a lot of the red guy from Cow and Chicken. I'm not sure if he showed up in any other cartoons, but that's what I remember. That's what those designs remind me of more than anything. But I'm pretty sure this was out probably before Cow and Chicken, I think. Really, really old school stuff. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's completely fine. Okay, I'm gonna go this way, and then I'm gonna go. Wait. I don't know, shall I go that way? I think we'll go this way. Screw it, I'm going this way. Well, if they did do a remix of Spyro, that would be absolutely amazing.
Thank you for releasing me.
Yeah, very welcome. That would be amazing too, because from what I've seen from the Crash remake, they've added some extra little bits as well, and also have Coco as a playable character through all the trilogy, which is amazing. And not just for like the vehicle ride levels, but for nearly all the levels too. And the extra animations and the quality of the models and the graphics is absolutely amazing. I was really blown away by it. I don't think I'll be playing Crash on the channel, just because I don't have a PS4 I can stream. I have a PS4 that I can borrow off my brother, but I don't know how to stream with it, so I probably won't be doing Crash on the channel. Let me fly. And I know about the other thing back there, I'll go back for it. Okay, here we go. Over a bit more. If you don't know what I'm doing, there's this trick you can do in the old Spyro games where you line up the thing, flame it, and it should... God damn it. If you line it up properly, if you line up properly, you can actually hit enemies with the top of the metal fan that goes flying off. And it certainly helps with egg thieves and such when they stand on difficult spots. I don't know if this one would actually make it all the way over there, but I'm gonna try. But yeah, you're supposed to line them up with the point of the fan. Yeah, well, it's too far away. But imagine seeing a HD remake of Spyro, like polish up the models, the graphics, add some extra little bits here and there. That would be absolutely fantastic. But aside from that, there's actually quite a few fan-made Spyro games out there already. And I'm not saying that's better than a remake. I'm just saying that even if they don't make a remake, there's still always fans who will help keep the original Spyro alive. Because since Skylanders, fans have been really ticked off with Activision. Personally myself, I'm not bothered by Skylanders. I even tried the game. I don't consider it a Spyro game. I consider it more like Smash Brothers, where they have the guest star characters, but it's not a proper game thing. And yes, I know about the castle. I will go back there. I'm just getting all this stuff as I go, because I still need to grab the key for that chest. Okay, so I am going to go here. I'm going to save. Saving. Game saved. Okay. Let's fry some dragons. Yeah. Doesn't he look like the red guy from Cow and Chicken? I don't know if they're cupids or devils or what they're supposed to be, but yeah. That's what they remind me of. Okay, let's see where you're going. Okay. Yeah! Damn it! Oh well. I'll grab the stuff while I'm down here, then go up again. Yeah, I used to be able to get it all in one run. If they do a Spyro remake though, I'd be really interested to see what changes they make as well, because in the Crash remake, there was some slight differences and changes they added to the game, and that I really thought was amazing. Yeah. So, and it'd be really good to provide the old series again, and yeah, I don't really see a downside to them making a remake, because I think today's generation would enjoy this game series.
Spyro, thanks. Supercharged to get you to new places here in Lofty Castle too. See where it takes you.
It'd be interesting too to see them give some custom animations and more lines to these dragons that you free. Instead of, because some of the lines are very generic and very, oh, thank you for releasing me, that sort of thing. But to see them add some more character and life to that, and even do up those models, because that would be amazing. And I'm pretty sure if they do a Spyro remake, they will not go for a Skylanders design based on shit. Free falling. But yeah, they definitely would not do a Skylanders sort of design based on the reaction from the fans from the first Skylanders game. God damn it. I think I'm jumping too early. I think that's the problem. Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see what they do. Because I can imagine with the Spyro remake, he'd probably have some more spikes, higher detail, and because they did the first 4 figure, I think that's what it's called, because that statue of Spyro looked really, really detailed, and not as an in-game detail, but you know the cover of Spyro Dragon, that sort of model, is like highly detailed of that level. So definitely, I'm definitely thinking they could actually be working on a remake. Whether it will be for next year or at the these press conferences and stuff, is like, I don't think. Okay, so if they are working on one, because there's a bit more detail in Spyro than there was in Crash, and if they're trying to add more to the game to polish up the models, add extra hidden content and all that sort of stuff, it would take longer because it would take longer because first of all, we don't know how long they've been working on Crash, and that is, yeah, might as well. Because we don't know how long they were working on Crash, and to do a remake, even though you'd think it's probably just replacing models and audio and stuff, and in some ways it is, but otherwise when they're adding stuff, it's still a lot of work. So the question is more or less, more or less what they're going to add to the remake, how much detail or how in depth they're going to go with the remake, and if they're going to make it available for more than the PlayStation. Because if they did it for multiple consoles, like say PC, Xbox One, maybe the Wii, not sure about that, but if they're doing it for multiple consoles as well, you gotta consider the platforms and setting that up too. So really it's just about if they're doing it, how long it will take, and if they've only started recently. I've missed some mini. Because again, it's about what else they're adding to the game that can either add more time to development or subtract, depending. I have missed something. What have I missed? But I'm quite sure that at this point, Activision is more than aware that the fans want a Spyro remake. That's what I missed. Bloody hell. So, let's just up there too. So yeah, that's the main question you have to think about is if they've already started work or not. And if they have, how much work are they putting into it? Because if they're putting in a lot of work like they have with Crash, then it would take a while. And again, it depends on when or if they have started work on the remake. And from the point of view of someone who's doing some indie work, working on my first game with my group EPM, that's what you have to keep in mind. So again, that's just what you have to keep in mind when thinking about remakes. Because it's not exactly like just swapping out models and stuff. If you're adding content and putting it on another game engine, you have to build up from scratch. That's my thought on the matter anyway. So yeah, I think that's everything. And yeah, but seeing a remake of Spyro would be fantastic.